intimate partner violence for bisexual femmes through the roof, because it is okay to not trust a bisexual person. We're always promiscuous, we're cheaters, we're all of this stuff. And I think that does heighten the amount of intimate partner violence that happens to bisexual women, be it their partner, a man or a woman, because women be beating the shit out of each other. So I just wanted to enter that there and kind of just dump that out, because that is something that I have always had beef with. I don't date lesbians too much because I always have to have these ridiculous, awkward conversations that just don't make sense. If I'm fucking with you, then I'm fucking with you. Like, why are you asking me about men? Or the thing that was always funny to me, I don't know about y'all, and if y'all have any thoughts on this, please put it in the chat. But there are lesbians who will not date bisexual women because we are not to be trusted, but their dating pool is straight women. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. It's blatant biphobia, obviously, but it's like we see you. Like what do you, I don't know. It's weird. I just want to go through some points of why I think bisexuality is a hot topic every pride. People still struggle with things that break a binary. Pansexuality, bisexuality breaks the binary. They're used to putting stuff in one box. Monosexual people, people who are attracted to one gender, have a really hard time, struggle a lot with people who exist outside of that, people who exist outside of just being attracted to one gender. And I'm talking, when I say monosexual, I mean people who are straight and people who are gay. They don't get it. I don't experience biphobia more from straight people than from gay people. I experience it equally, and it definitely has to do with them not understanding living outside of a binary. So a lot of people's thinking these binaries: either you're gay or straight, either you're in or you're out. And where does bisexuality fit into that? You know, bisexuality breaks all of that. A lot of bisexual people don't even come out until much later in life, because similar to any other closeted person, you're trying to figure that out. And if you do have the ability to pass, you're probably going to take that route, right? You're going to like not explore. And that's another thing too. All sexualities are about what you feel you are attracted to or not attracted to. For some reason, people think it is only exist if you are actively dating, partnering with that. There are many bisexual people who has never dated or had sex with someone of a different gender. That does not mean they're not bisexual anymore. There are virgin gay people. Just because you've never had sex or never had a relationship with someone, that does not mean you're not gay. So why does that mean you're not bisexual? So I think people need their neat box. As much as people try to act like they're progressive and new wave and future and blah blah blah, people like their nice little neat boxes, and people who exist not in those boxes, who exist outside of binaries, fuck with that. People also want queerness to look a certain way, which is like kind of how I said, where you must be actively dating, actively having sex with people of different genders for you to adequately be bisexual. And it's like, nah, that's not true. It can be difficult to be a black bisexual person just because you have so many intersections of oppression that you might kind of neglect the biphobia you experience. You know what I mean? Especially since most see bisexuality as the sexuality with the most privilege. I can definitely see a lot of black bisexual people burying the biphobia and bi-erasure they experience because all of the other pieces of your identity are larger or bigger. And that's something that I kind of struggle with, especially because I'm most of the time I'm in relationships with men, which is another story. I really am at the point where I do not like men, but the ladies, what's going on with the ladies? I don't know. I don't know. But that's neither here nor there. So that's something I struggle with myself, like that isolation as well. I have one bi friend. I have mad queer friends. One bi friend to kind of like have these conversations. No, that's a lie too. To have these conversations with, to figure this stuff out, where I don't really have the space to do that. And it's difficult to have these conversations in queer spaces because when I'm in a large queer space, most people don't care to hear about bisexuality and its angst or the issues within that. So it is isolating. It does make it difficult. People like to gatekeep pride. It's interesting that people like to gatekeep pride in the way that they do, especially when it comes to trans folks, as if this wasn't started off the back of trans people. Like it's just like wow, but I think that is another reason people like to gatekeep pride, and pride likes to be white and male, which to me is the most privileged person in any queer space is a white, gay, cis man. Period. I don't care. That is the most privileged person in the space. The depictions of bisexual people in the media is just horrible. We always look like a hot mess. I've never seen like a well-rounded bisexual character in anything. We're always ridiculously sexual, can't figure out life. Can we have a type A bisexual person like once, like anywhere? I don't exist in that way at all, especially also because I'm not monogamous. So I'm not a hot mess though. you know, so it would be helpful to have some like bisexual representation where that person isn't just the girl in the friends group who just loves having sex with everybody and doesn't know what she wants. And, it's just why is that way?